Hey guys, Stock Saturday, and there's a couple of spots still left on Trading212's free share link for me. One person pending that needs to just do the final steps, but potentially one more. Don't know if they're going to carry on this promotion after that, but see how we go. So this week I've managed to be flat, which is outperforming the market a little bit. I think the S&P and Nasdaq sort of down 2 or 3%. We had some rough news during the week on sort of Thursday, and then Friday, not too bad, sort of non-farm payrolls number. But late in the evening, you had the Nordstream pipeline from Russia to Germany not being reopened, or news that it's not going to be reopened. So that sort of sent markets down a fair bit, and I have spent some money as well. So this little portfolio sort of not doing too bad. Our crypto miners sort of surprisingly doing well, considering price has dropped a reasonable amount. Pan American down a little, silver sort of not doing all that well, and sort of the Chinese tech sort of rumbling around still, waiting for some more concrete news. But that's up 1,000. Looking at the Trading212 ISA, that is actually up slightly, although REITs sort of not having a good week of it. Argo blockchain is what has done the business, 13% up on the week. I haven't seen any news about this. The only sort of news I saw from them was Peter Wall is going on some conferences again, but that's not reason for bullishness in the company. I think they're loss-making, including all overheads and costs, so not particularly good. Could see them sort of having to dilute at some point, and yeah, that sort of 13% up move, a little bit strange. Bitcoin, as I say, not having the best week of it, not dramatically down, but Digital Realty 5.5% down, so that's starting to look rather attractive at the moment. First Majestic 3.6%. Thinking of buying some physical bars again, rather than sort of miners. I've seen a sort of reasonable offer on some Pamp Swiss bars. What else we got? Stag 5% down again, sort of price to funds from operations as a sort of equivalent of PE. At about 14 now, which is pretty low for them. Sort of fear in the industrial REITs world, I think. Slowdown in the economy, I suppose. Yeah, Sylvania pretty much flat, but still at a fairly low point. And then, yeah, the industrials, the UK industrials not doing well either. Tritax sort of both down. Probably going to be down a little bit more on Monday as well, because the Nordstream thing happened after the UK market closed. Vici 3% down, not too bad. And yes, the with the sort of downturn this week, the 3x Nasdaq has recovered a little bit, but obviously still far worse than me just holding the cash that I had in there since I bought that. But yeah, that's the ISA, not done too bad in there. And the invest account, so this is down because I've bought £5,000 worth of stocks, and I'm only up sort of less than that. So I've got 20,000 left. I'm sort of reserving 13 of that for a car and a little bit more for some crypto. So probably got about 5,000 or 6,000 to spend potentially on Monday on some UK stuff. So this week I bought, or yesterday I bought 100 shares of Vale, so about 1,000 each in all of these. Vale, pretty happy with. Taiwan Semiconductor, again, sort of price come down, very happy with them. Stellantis, again, sort of been wanting to increase that, and it's sort of come down to a lower level than it was. Meta Platforms, 160, seemed sort of reasonable price. It's around the lows that it's been at. And Hymax Technologies come under $6, so that seemed a a lovely opportunity. Could come down more with the sort of next quarter's poor results, but maybe people are pricing it in, so I took a gamble. Not been able to buy my call option that I wanted on them. Interactive brokers still not sort of playing ball. Yeah, so what we got on the week? Google not doing too bad. Barrett, I'm probably looking to add to on the Monday. They did come sort of below £4, which is very, very surprising, very cheap. Would expect this to sort of come down on the Nordstream news on Monday, so probably be putting in 1,000. Broadcom down slightly, but it's just sits there for me, steady and slow and steady grower over the long term. Glencore 9% down on the week. Some sort of fairly poor news for copper that sort of came down, and yeah, various sort of metals coming down. Again, if they sort of drop a reasonable amount on Monday, they're on the maybe pile. Still above my average, so a little bit sort of hesitant, although I shouldn't consider my average really when buying. Hymax, yeah, 7.8% down on the week. Not too bad for a buy, I thought. Intel, 6% down. Not looking to buy them. Think there's better opportunities elsewhere. I know a lot of people are buying. Legal and General, basically flat for the week. Lennar, 3% down. Prefer the UK house buyers to Lennar at the moment. Meta, pretty much flat for the week, but has been sort of rather volatile and still sort of at the near the lows, so I went for them. Micron, I was thinking about it, but I've left them alone. I wonder if I'm sort of putting too much stock in the analysts' expectations. So as I say, I don't look at price targets, but I do look at earnings per share estimates sort of forward, and they've come down from, for next year, sort of $12 to just under $4. So unless the analysts are just appalling at estimating, they are having some sort of rough times in the memory price market, I would have thought, and DRAM market. And yeah, they're expecting a very, very rough next year. I'm not entirely sure though, so I left them alone. Nintendo, 3% down. Not looking to do anything with that at the moment. Porsche, one of the outliers, 8% up on the week. This still seems to be sort of fairly bullish IPO news. Their Volkswagen Group looking to IPO Porsche off, and sort of people are thinking if they get like 60, 70 billion euros for it. Volkswagen is at sort of 100 billion euro market cap. Obviously, the debt has to be taken into account. It's not quite as bullish as they're all saying it is, but it's a reasonable amount of money. Wondering what they would do with it. Process, 7.5% down. Again, 10-cent news really. Rio Tinto, 5.5%. So again, if this comes down on the Nordstream news on Monday, probably add 1,000 to that. Looking good. Samsung, similar, 3.3% down, and again, would be looking to add to those, so they'll hopefully get 1,000 on Monday. Shell, pretty much flat for the week, looking pretty good on oil and gas prices. So again, I'll be hated for holding this through the winter, but yeah, you got to, I think. Siemens didn't really do much, up 1.6%, so pretty good outlier. 5% down on Sony, not really looking to add to them just now. Stellantis, 3.8%, not a huge move down, but I thought it was a reasonable price. One of my sort of longer term holds, one of my biggest holds now actually, £6,500. So that was good. TSMC, similar, sort of £6,000 in them now with the ad, so 4.6% down on the week. Thought good time to top up. The monthly revenue figures still look really good. So Nice, dominant position. Taylor Wimpey, 4.4% down. And again, Nordstream news on Monday. Be looking to add. This is sort of as low as I've seen them for a long while. Sort of years, really. So what are you looking at? Yeah, September, October 2020 time. So looking good. Even if we are getting a bit of a housing downturn, I think some of this has been priced in. Vale, actually, yes, 9.5% down on the week. So had a little bit of a bump, but on the week, heavily down. So I added 1,000 to them. And Volkswagen, as I say, sort of on the Porsche IPO news. So yeah, a little bit of buying, a little bit more buying next week, assuming prices go where I'm expecting to. Finally sort of pulling the trigger. Could be the wrong time, but we'll see. A lot of sort of bearish news potentially to come out, but I think some of it is probably priced in, and longer term shouldn't be the worst sort of worst time to be buying. So let us know what you guys are buying and how your portfolio's doing, and like and subscribe. See you soon.